So here we go. Today I'm really happy to have another success at IELTS interview with Akik. And in a moment, I'll ask him to tell you about his results. It's a little while since we've done any of these interviews, but I think it's an interesting exercise. So I want to try and do them again. Akik is here. And for those of you that don't know me, my name's Bernie Wall, and I'm an IELTS trainer. And Akik and I worked together for some time before he became very successful in his IELTS. So, Akik, welcome, and thank you very much for agreeing to do this interview. So,
it's my pleasure, ma'am. Yeah.
So, firstly, can you tell us about your really awesome results?
Oh, okay. My writing was always my nightmare. So I got only 7 in writing and speaking as well 7. But when it comes to reading, I got 9 and listening as well 8.5. And overall 8.
Wonderful. And 9 in reading, that really is awesome. I don't think I've ever had anybody have a 9 before. So amazing. So congratulations on that, and I know you kept going and you finally got really incredible results. So how do you feel now? Now that you've got them?
A sort of you can say relief. Yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah, it was quite a long journey. I would say it was like almost 2 years or 1.5 years. So I feel like I do not have to read any more IELTS. So that's the first thing I think.
So what did you do with your IELTS books?
First of all, before the result, I thought that I'm going to throw all these books. But when I got the result, I felt that so many hours I spent with all these books. Why not I kept it? Maybe someday I will find someone to give it. So I just kept all these books.
That's a good decision, I think. So can you share a little bit about your IELTS journey from the beginning when you first started?
It was quite a long story, if I say. Before I go to that topic, I would say I'm a mechanical engineer from sort of reputed university of my country. So in my country, we had to appear an entrance exam during the engineering university, and you had to give some answers, or you have to give questions or sort of about English. So in those days, I didn't answer any question of English part, but still I got chance, and in that university, I just hate English, So when I was informed that I had to take the IELTS exam, I was quite a bit nervous, and I was looking for some way around that so that I don't need to take the IELTS exam. So after a while, I found that no, there is no alternative. I need to take the IELTS. So then I wrote a couple of writings. Then I showed one of leading teacher in my country, teachers. He said that I have some psychological issue. So a couple of days, I thought that I might not able to finish this IELTS. Then I look at this website, and I used to work with British people in my company, in the company I used to work with. So then they also helped me that, no, maybe you can try this north side of England. So her English will be more polished. So I thought, okay, let's give it a try. So then I started with Miss Barney. So again, as I said, it was not a small journey. It was quite a long. So yeah, 1.5 years. So within this 1.5 years, I had so many sessions with her, so many conversations, especially for reading. I would say she's the best. For writing, it is not something which I'm used to of. So it takes time. To understand how English flows, how English culture people talks, So it's not every language has their own style and own style of flowing information. So English is not an exceptional one. So that's why maybe it took time.
But I mean, you say it took some time, but in the end, all of your scores, especially the reading and the listening too, they just kept getting higher and higher.
Yeah,
didn't
that's
they?
true. Yeah, yeah.
So what helped you? Because 1.5 years, yes, it was quite a long time. And in the end, I'm sure it's worth it. But there must have been times when you thought you might give up. So what kept you focused on your goal and working at your IELTS all that
To be
time?
honest, I was always called by people as a fighter, so I never thought that I will quit or give up. Even if I had option, maybe that I rather than going for IELTS, I can do some ways. But I
Hmm.
just kept it because I thought that English is these days English is a special tool to be promoted, and it's an international language. So why shouldn't I learn it? And why should I make it like my weak point? And so that's why. And also, like in the company I used to work, one of my bosses was from England. So he used to make always like sorry whenever I speak. I used to speak. So he used to say, "Could you please say it again?" So I thought, no, no, I need to finish this. Could you please say it again? So just that's it. That's keep
Hmm.
me going.
Hmm. And if you hadn't found people to help you, because I know there were other people, other teachers who helped you as well, especially with your writing. So if you hadn't found people to help you, what do you think might have happened?
Oh, definitely, it's not easy. I mean, yeah, especially those who are struggling with 5.5 or 6. So you definitely need someone to help you out. So I would not. I would say it is near to impossible, but it is not really impossible, but it is near to impossible to pass IELTS writing without anyone's help. That's for sure.
I think I would agree with you, and especially if you're looking for high band 7 or above 7, it's very
Yeah.
difficult. So, what were the main turning points in your IELTS journey, do you think?
Oh, there are many turning points in my life. You're saying, or how
In
I passed.
Well, in this particular journey, especially from starting with your IELTS to passing the test.
Oh, first of all, like I need to say, when I started, my first IELTS exam result was 6.5 on an average, and writing was 5.5. So it was kept going up. I took this IELTS 5 times. So 5.5, 6, 6.5. So when it was going up, but the last 2 times it was like 6.5.
Hmm.
So it didn't drop. So I thought that no, maybe I am like very near to. That's why it's not going down. And also because of Miss Barney, as she helped me, especially in reading and listening, and also writing. Means I make writing so much complicated, so that's why maybe it took took 1.5 years. So what I want to say, like that could be a turning point when she helped me for reading. So I was quite comfortable for reading and listening. That okay, I do not need to think about this portion of the IELTS. Also,
Mm.
she helped me for speaking as well. So because you need you do not need someone who is getting 5.5 or 6. That you do not need to think about the whole scenario. Maybe just you need to tune rather, or you need to adjust somewhere that is something which you are doing mistake or in wrong way. So that could be a turning point, I would say.
Hmm. And I remember one turning point in your reading when
Mhm.
suddenly it seemed to jump from, I think you got 8.5, and
Yeah, a couple
then
of times.
yeah, and suddenly something seemed to click, and after that you never had a problem with your reading again.
So yeah, definitely. This is another thing. Like this is the best one. I always means after getting IELTS 9 every day, almost every day, someone is emailing me or asking me. So the main idea I gave them or suggestion I gave them that you do not need to know all the vocabs which Barney told me earlier. That you need to know the meaning of the sentence, how this
Mm.
sentence is flowing. So that's the quite important one because English is not our first language, and every language is flowing. Like maybe today, new word is maybe we will come across with new words which we never heard of, never read of, and maybe we do not know the collocation as well, which is very important for when it comes to English. So this is going to be a challenge in IELTS exam, but you really don't need to understand all the words. You need to understand the situation and why and what they meant. That's the important, and that's what Barney told. So then it becomes like I become confident, and then I thought that it's not a big deal. I can manage. Yeah.
Yeah, because for a long time the reading seems difficult, but once you get that, then it's not a big deal, is it? And you can do it easily.
Yeah, it is. To be honest, it's not just a reading. It might be for listening, speaking, and writing as well. That when you know what the examiner is looking for, because examiner is also human. She or he is looking for something which, so that you can give them, so that she can give the grades or give the grades. So you need to give, you need to make her happy with him. So that's what it's all about. It's not all about the knowledge. It's just all about the skills and definitely general English knowledge.
Yeah, and how you perform on the day, of course, is very important. So can you tell us something about the day of your last IELTS exam and how you felt and how you managed everything on that day?
Actually, to be honest, it was not the best day because before that I had a viral fever. If you are familiar with chikungunya, which is like a mosquito infection, so I thought that this is not the one I'm going to get. I need to make another attempt as well. Even after the exam, I just went to the uh, application room and I applied for next register for the next date. Yeah, after 2 weeks. So yeah, then I come back and my wife was calling me and asking how it go, and I was saying it is always the same, nothing is special. So she was saying why? I said that same scenario, same situation. But one thing I must say, in writing what happened or what helped me to get the 7, it was not really English. It's just all about like I was a little bit confident and I had the chance to review the English, the writing which I wrote. And also these days, I believe you need to have the idea of the topic, how you can, how can you develop these ideas. That's the key to get 7 apart from grammar. That's the important feature, I would say.
So the what they call task fulfillment, yeah.
Exactly, that's what they are focusing. If you are, I'm not sure, I'm not an examiner, but I feel if your task response is going down, definitely grammar is going down, vocabs is going down, lexical resource is going down.
Yes.
So task response is the key.
It's really key at that level.
And the way they make the question these days, you can't really memorize the answer. That's the way they put it. But even if you're really someone brilliant or someone lucky, you can make this. But taking this IELTS 5 or 6 times, I would not buy that idea.
And so, what did you do about the exam you booked? Were you able to cancel it?
No, not really. It's British Council is not so so generous that to give me money. Though they said that it's a non-profitable organization, I doubt.
So you didn't take it just for fun then?
No, I was drained. You know, my wife was wife was pushing me to take the exam again. But I thought that no more.
No, enough is enough. So tell me, what was your reaction when you saw your result after the exam?
Last 3 times, including this, whenever I got the result, I never told anyone that I got the result.
Oh, really?
Because I thought that after getting the result, everyone will say that, oh, don't be upset. So this time when I got the result, first thing I told, I do not need to take the IELTS anymore. IELTS is done.
That's brilliant. And now, yes, go on. Sorry, Akik.
One story I must say, when I started this journey, one of my colleagues, I am a great fan of, we worked for around 6 to 8 years together, including this job as well.
Mm-hmm.
So when he started, we were together for IELTS journey. Even he got 7 in writing, but in other parts he was facing difficulties. Anyways, so 1.5 years he used to make fun about me that, oh, you didn't get the 7. So what is the difference between me and you? I didn't try. I am still sick, but you tried. Still, you didn't get 7 in each part. I said, yes, you are right. But when I finished, the thing I was thinking in my mind that now he has 1.5 years behind. So he has to work for 1.5 years again. So that's
To get that score. Okay, that makes you
yeah.
feel good. And I must say, throughout this journey, I know that you have also been very generous and helped lots of other students, some of my students, in our group that we had on Skype. And I think that also helps if you can help each other by practicing the speaking, for example.
Yeah,
And you did quite a
definitely
lot
that
of that.
helps.
Mm.
Yeah,
Can you tell us
definitely.
something about that side of what you did when you were working with other students? Because sometimes I think students think that they can only do it by themselves, but even with other students, it can be helpful.
First of all, it was not really the way you said. It was like sort of I have some interest as well. Like in Bangladesh, to be honest, most of the examiners are women. So
Mm-hmm.
I studied in single sex education, even in university as well, sort of. So I tried to communicate with women during this speaking session to
Mm.
find to how they think. And
Oh,
also I
right,
didn't have
yeah.
any sister.
Mm.
So I was not really clear how they think. So after a while, I found that this is a general comment from my point of view. So I find that women love to be assured, so they want to be black or white. So that's why I try to communicate with them. So rather than saying in my case, I always try to be on the fence rather than giving my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I learn. So then I found that no, women don't like this word. They want precise, yes or no. So
Ah.
this is one side. And another side is when I started to not really help, I would say I found that most of the women are already in 7. You just need to say that they are fine. They do not need to shame of whatever they know. But when boys' case, even if we don't know, including myself, we speak. So for women, they only speak when they are sure. So that's what I
Right.
did with a couple of
Uh-huh. And that helped you
ladies
get some
or friends.
insights for the exam. And finally, what specific advice would you give to students who are currently preparing for the IELTS, especially those who want, like you, 7 minimum in everything? What would your advice be?
There are a couple of advices. I hope you will not interrupt. Anyway, so first of all, I would say you need a good teacher. You can see my examples. Though I worked with Barney, but after a while I went to another side of the world, and where I found that it was not the right way they are saying. So, but this time it went. This time was wasted. Then, so this is first thing I would say, and second thing is. Means no one can learn anything within a short time. There is not really shortcut. It takes time, and it is not something that within 3 months, within clear, or you need to be confident, sort of. So, and means you need to take it easy. That's the way. And third one, I would say that it's a part of the game of the failure. So take it as a game. Though I didn't take, I always upset. It's easy to say. And fourth is you need to love the culture of English. That's the important one, I would say. Like in Asia, no, I'm not saying in general Asia. I'm saying maybe my country it would be easier. We do not need like to give our own opinion. But English people, they like to give, or in British people, like to give their own opinion, even in tea table, even if in dinner time. Whenever they go, they give their own opinion and they argue with them, and they think it's a part of the game. But we think when we argue, it's not really part of the game. So it's fine. Every culture has their own style or own attitudes. But when it comes to English, it's just not all about vocabs, grammar. It's all about their culture as well, how they think, how they describe the situation. They have some style of thinking. So you need to adapt that style as well. Unless you're not really clear with that style, it's somehow I would say difficult to get good grades in listening and speaking. Writing you can survive.
That's very true, the speaking, because I know as an examiner, if you don't perform well, if you don't give enough, then you may get a score that's lower than is actually fair, because your level might be very good. So that's interesting, that if you look at the culture, and of course you worked with quite a lot of English people in your company, didn't you? So you're used to that, being direct, giving an opinion, so that you don't want to be too shy in the speaking. So Akik, what now? What's next for you?
Oh, there are a couple of things. If you have many things, then you don't means you are not sure what is going to be happen. So first thing is I applied for Australia immigration. So now people are saying to try for Canada as well. So let's see how it goes with Australia immigration. So but by the way, this English not only helped me in IELTS, I got promoted a couple of times during this IELTS situation. So I thought that this is also a blessing of IELTS. Because of IELTS, I could learn the communication, and I was a sort of communicator for foreign people. So but from the future point of view, now only immigration. I do not know rest of it.
And then you'll see. But that's interesting that it actually helped you in your current job, as you became a better communicator, then you were given those responsibilities. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also.
Go on.
Yeah. Also, I must say that Miss Barney was so much passionate. She, before I started this journey or enrolled in her course, I used to watch her 2 videos with German lady and Russian lady. I don't know why I like that German lady. I used to watch a couple of times, and I thought that one day maybe this video will be all about me. But it wasn't like I used to make fun with my wife. But one day one video will be about me. So I never thought that it will be such a way.
Oh, that's lovely.
And once she told me, to be honest, that I will make a video about you. Then I was thinking, really, she will make? I don't know, maybe she will not make.
And here
also,
we are.
incredible, life is so beautiful.
This is
and also means I means I'm always free to anyone to knock me, but I must say that regarding IELTS, I know when you fail, means when I fail, how it feels, and now means we feel like let's put it in this way, we always have challenges and difficulties in our life. That's why we are moving to another country. So that's fine. When you are moving to another country, you really need to know their culture or their language. That's why they put this IELTS exam. So it's fine with them. So just take it easy and pass this IELTS, and rest of the world is yours. Though I didn't go to the foreign countries.
Well, you will. And your advice is to keep going, and find the people that you need to help you. And thank you, Akik, for being so generous again and, you know, offering your support for anybody who watches this video and needs some help or moral support or whatever. So yes. So thank you so much for agreeing. I'm glad that you wanted one day for it to be you on the video, and it is you, and I'm thrilled. And your 9 in reading is just amazing, but very well deserved. Very well deserved.
Yeah. But my speaking went down, you know. It went 7.
What did you get for speaking?
7.
7, yeah, because you got... Oops. We're frozen. Go on.
Yeah, can you hear? Yeah. So this time means I'm giving some explanation so that people will, those who will take the exam in the future, they might think that it could be happen to them as well. So in my exam time, there was an insect in the exam hall in speaking, and the examiner was afraid of that species.
All right.
So, and I can't stop my talking, you know, because she already played or recorded this audio, and she was showing me that I should throw these insects rather than talk. So it was quite a cartoon situation, you know, but still I was talking. I was not moving this insect. So yeah, that's life.
So the insect caused your grade to drop a little, but never mind, you got what you needed. But yes, I know you had some high scores in your speaking as well. So
I know many people during this 1.5 years journey. Even I know one lady who is living in New Zealand. She got a couple of times 8.5 in speaking, but she got once when she got 7 in writing. That time she got 6.5 in speaking. That is also part of the game. So don't be upset. Just take it easy.
Yes, because when you got 7 in your writing that time, your reading dropped, didn't it? Which was not expected at all. But yes, you're right. You have to. It's all part of the process. But it will happen. It will happen for everybody if they stick at it, if they get the right support, and if they keep going. It will happen.
And also, you need to have the discipline as well. Discipline doesn't mean that you need to wake up in certain time. Discipline, it means to me like whenever you think that I will study, do it, study, and proper way, like every month, every week, so that you know where you are going to. So it should be measurable. Then you will be fine. English is not a big difficult language like Chinese. So I'm trying for learning Chinese for 3 months.
Oh wow! So oh well. Do they have Chinese IELTS?
No, they don't have verb.
All right.
Anyways.
Okay, well you're a glutton for punishment, but congratulations again. I'm really thrilled. You did really well, and good luck with the process of immigration. And I know we will keep in touch, because I want to find out what happens next in this chapter. So thank you so much for doing this, Akik, and I'm sure everybody will benefit from your advice and from learning about your experience. Okay.
Also, just last piece, when it comes to grammar or reading, even writing, Barney's writing is unbelievable. Though first of few days I didn't understand what she is writing. Oh, this is one thing I must say again. I forget. When I understand her writing, 6 months, then I thought, okay, I can get 7. Because first few months I didn't understand why she wrote this.
Oh really? Oh, you never said. But yeah. I know, you've just got to keep at it. Writing is the hardest thing, and it takes the longest. So thank you so much. I'll end the recording now, and thank you again. And now you're joining my group of videos of successful students. And good luck with everything.